Welcome everyone back. This is episode 18 of the People's Podcast. I'm your co-host Alex with my amazing co-host James.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? How you doing,
And
Alex?
Doing good, man. We are here. We're post Wrestlemania, week after Wrestlemania. So it was a wild weekend.
It was.
I'll say that.
This episode's gonna be a little shorter than normal episodes because we had one last week. We've had some time problems. Work on our side, and we have a lot of other content we have coming out this week. Anyways, just being at a convention.
Freaking work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll touch on. We can touch on SCX a little bit later at the end.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a lot of fun. So
exactly.
Got a fun time coming up, but obviously the big thing is WrestleMania just happened this weekend. So, let's get into it. Do you want to talk about WrestleMania first, or do you want to?
We can do WrestleMania first. We can go off that and see how long that takes.
Might as well just jump right into it then.
Yeah, heck yeah. People probably heard it.
7, 8 matches per night. I'll pull up the match card, and then we can just go one by one.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, night one started off with my favorite.
I bet it did.
Jey Uso beats Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yay! No.
You go ahead. I'll let you go.
I definitely preferred the Saturday Night's main event match. I still thought the match was good. It was by far means not great. I don't think. I like for the most part how they built the ending of Jey firing up and going crazy. I'm not a fan of how they tapped out Gunther the way they did. I think it should have ended off 3 splashes. I don't think tapping out Gunther helps Jey. I mean, it does help Jey kayfabe wise, but Gunther tapping his own move like that is questionable. I know he tapped out the Ilya Dragunov, but Ilya Dragunov picked his big ass up and damn near hung him.
Literally by the throat.
Yeah.
He picked his ass up. But, yeah.
Yeah. Overall, good match. I think it was just a good match.
Well, you know how I feel.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think they could have started off Mania in a more midway, to be honest. I went in, expectations low. I went in hoping to be, blown away. Like, okay, I'll give Jey a chance. Let him prove me wrong. Prove me right. Prove me absolutely right. It's just nothing. I don't know what it was. The match was just so mid. It wasn't. I won't say it's bad. I won't say it's good. It was just the most boring, uninteresting, just like the most mid match that I've seen. The most mid match on the show. It's unfortunate that Gunther was subdued to tapping out to a catchphrase. I don't understand the reasoning there, but I mean, imagine being one of the best wrestlers in the world and then tapping out to that.
That's the business, dog. I think Gunther understands that, how the business is, and if someone's hot, you capitalize on them.
I've said it before, but I understand why they do what they do with Jey. That I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I understand why they do it, though.
That's fair.
I mean, he's one of the most over guys. He's probably the most over guy in the entire company. Not probably. I think he is. I mean, you think he's more over than Roman? You don't think he's more over than Roman?
I don't think he's more over Roman or Cody. Going off of merch sales, I don't think so.
That's fair. Okay, regardless, top three most over guys in the company. But just because he's over doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
That's fine.
But I at least respect Jey. I mean, he's put in tons of hard work to get to where he's at right now, and he deserves it. Doesn't mean I like it though.
Hey, that's A-okay, I'll give you shit here and there. That's because I'm an asshole and I like to give you shit. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And you said you went open into chance, and it wasn't what you liked, and that's all right. You watch it. You're not just hating because you want to hate.
I watched it, that's for sure. Wish I had, but oh man, it was just what a midway to start WrestleMania. Honestly, the first 3 matches for me
I
were
agree.
it was just like what?
First two, I didn't mind now, but the 2 matches following, I'm not a fan of. So I think what next is anything else you want to say?
No, just sorry, Jay. I'm sure he's a great guy. He seems like a super chill guy,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't get into it, man. Jay got beat the crap. He hit 2 bad looking spears. He got beat to crap. He hit a couple super kicks, did a power bomb, hit splashes, and then choked out one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
Just not a world lightning performance.
Yeah, the Saturday night's main event match was definitely better.
I agree with that. That match was better than the WrestleMania match, which kind of sucks because it's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough.
All right. Moving on, we got the New Day beat the War Raiders by pinfall.
Not much to say about this match. It was again. The next 2 matches. One was better than expected, but this one was kind of mid. I didn't have high hopes for this match, but I think it was a good ending. I like the New Day heel champions. It's gonna be interesting. I like how they did it because it still helped out the War Raiders now. Losing by a cheap way, so it helps them. But yeah, the match itself, nothing special happened.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I even remember about it is Ivar doing a freaking moonsault off the top rope. I'll always pop for Big Man doing a moonsault. But
yeah, Ivar, he's hella athletic.
Yeah.
His singles run when Eric was hurt was pretty good. I'm not saying make him a singles wrestler because I'm not a fan of everyone want to split up tag teams because one of them's really good.
Never understood that.
Tag team wrestling is struggling as it is. Yeah. I know a big one is the Street Profits with Montez Ford. I'm like, nah. I love Montez. I think Montez is a great wrestler. But I just keep them with the Street Profits.
Agreed. Yeah, just another mid-match, unfortunately. But
anything else you need to say about it? Yeah, I don't have much for that match.
I mean, MJF said it best. Mid. I got nothing else about that one. Next, we had Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Jade Cargill got her second WrestleMania win. Is now 2-0 at WrestleMania.
Next Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
I don't imagine having a career for another 5 years, let alone another 20 years. I will say the match was better than I expected. Her performance was better than I expected, but the expectations from her level are very low. I do think it has been her best performance ever in a ring.
You do?
I do think it's.
Oh, wow.
Man, it's not a high bar, but
yeah, very true. But
Naomi's a great competitor, and I think it was a cool spot with the power, like throwing up, flipping with the power bomb. Sure, it looked like she botched it by attempting a pin. It looked like the ref was confused or something, but that was a cool spot. That was really cool. The face plant off the top rope was cool. Yeah, that match was better than I expected. I'm not gonna say it was great, but it was better than I expected.
Yeah, like I don't have much to say. Like I said, the first 3 matches just bored the hell out of me. It did not feel like a WrestleMania to me. But I've never been. I know you've never really been high on Jade. I haven't either. Even when she was in AEW, just couldn't get behind her.
Yeah.
But
that entrance was so bad. That was so the stupid weather shit. That was cringy.
Yeah. Dude. Aye.
All right, now we can start getting some good stuff.
Now we can start getting into some good stuff for a while. So Jacob Fatu wins his first WWE singles title, or because he was tag champ, so won the United States Championship off of LA Knight.
That match also exceeded my expectations. I didn't think it was gonna be a bad match. I thought it'd be an all right match, but that was actually really good. That was a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, they were killing it. They were
that catching BFT was awesome.
Yeah.
That was I did not even think about that being a possibility, and he did. I'm like, oh shit! At first I thought it was a botch. I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, oh no, he did the BFT.
Yeah, dude, LA Knight's a baller.
LA Knight is LA Knight's. I think he's very underrated when it comes to in-ring ability.
Agree. LA Knight is what, to me, LA Knight is what a lot of people think Jay is.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I think LA Knight is better. I think.
Oh yeah, I love LA Knight in the ring, and I mean he's just as good on the mic, if not better.
Oh,
he's got a catchphrase.
He's way better on the mic than Jey Uso.
Yeah.
It's not even that's
true. Yeah,
LA Knight is really really good on the mic.
Yeah, he is. He is very good.
The fact that he hasn't had a world titles run, I think, is crazy because he is
honestly
hella over for a long time.
Was it Money in the Bank last year? Was it the one that Drew won that everyone was like, "Oh, LA Knight should win," blah blah blah, or was it the one before?
He's past two. Everyone's been saying he needs to be the one to win it. So I'm saying it this year, but I don't think he's gonna win it this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we'll talk about it later. But
yeah, I think we have the same person. We're thinking the same person right now.
Really?
I think so.
Whoa.
Oh no, we're not thinking the same person.
Damn it! What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking Breaker. I was gonna say Breaker wins King of the Ring. But
yeah.
I don't think they're doing King of the Ring this year.
Yeah. Or the Rumble next year.
That would be good because I don't think Breaker needs the Money in the Bank. I don't think that's his style.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah. I don't want to get too off track, but we got Dynamite. Dynamite's on right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. But man. Jacob Fatu also looked great. That dude's an absolute monster. So I really dig everything he does.
Yeah, I'm a big Jacob Fatu fan. Both of them, I like them both. Yeah, that match was better than I expected. I didn't expect to be bad, but it was good. I was really entertained.
It was pretty good, yeah. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
El Grande Americano defeats Rey Fenix in Rey Fenix's WrestleMania debut.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm shocked by the result, but
I was too. I was surprised because I'm glad you flipped your vote. Because if you didn't flip your vote, I would have lost.
I had Gable.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm glad I flipped my vote also because I would have lost. Because I was going with Rey Mysterio because it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio. But then
you picked Phoenix, right? I'm fucking with you. I picked Phoenix too.
Okay.
I almost had you. I had you though.
But yeah, great match, great dude. Obviously it's Chad Gable under the thing. We'll joke around and do that. And Chad Gable is an excellent performer. Rey Fenix an excellent performer, and they definitely outshined being on the big, WrestleMania stage, and it was really, really good.
Yeah. No, they definitely showed out. Chad Gable hitting the reverse 450 senton was absolutely insane.
And when you think reverse 450, you think Mustafa Ali used to do. Like, nah, he landed on his back on it. Like I've never seen that before. It was
reverse 50 cent or reverse 450 senton. Is absolutely baller. Like what a way to pull it out.
Yeah.
Did you see the way he smacked his head off the mat?
Yeah.
He kicked off himself right there.
Yeah, that's probably a hard thing to control your body. Like you really hope and pray.
Yeah, for real. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have loved to see this match get 10 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like it was over way too quick.
I don't know. Because he had the steel plate in his head, and I forgot for a second. When Rey Fenix did that kick and started selling, I thought Rey Fenix oh man, no, we got the injury again because he's had injury problems in the past. I'm like, no, then I think it was Mac who had pointed out. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a fucking metal plate in his head. He's just selling.
Yeah,
Sure, Chad Gable went for the wrong ankle when he did the ankle lock.
yeah,
What
I noticed that too. Damn it, Chad.
Grande Americano, my bad.
No, it's chip. Whatever. It's almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
I
love
really like this match. So definitely the past two matches were where the show started to pick up. Night one, anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I really enjoyed that match.
Next, we had Tiffany Stratton defending her title against Charlotte Flair and beat Charlotte Flair, thankfully.
Thank God.
Thank God. Nothing against Charlotte, but like Tiffany needed that.
100%. And that's the thing about Charlotte. As much as I'm sick of seeing her, and I'm just sick of seeing her in title spots, there's no doubt when that bell rings, she's one of the best out there. Like she is really, really good in the ring. I'm sick of seeing her in title pictures.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we said when's the last time that she hasn't been in a title picture?
Yeah, I can't think of anything relevant Charlotte's ever done that has not involved a title. Like that's not me just like, saying the same. Like I literally just can't think of something.
Well, think about it. She was in NXT. She got called up, 2016, 2017?
Mm-hmm.
She's a 14-time champion on the main roster.
With several injuries.
With several injuries.
Yeah,
She was
pop titties here and there, ACL.
A year and a half this past time.
Yeah.
14 championships. She had the NXT championship in there too, so technically 15.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2017 till we'll just say 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6-7 years. Having 14 world championships is absolutely crazy.
I know there was that time where her and Sasha played hot potato with it, but still, it's been so many after that.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. But I mean, she puts on good matches at WrestleMania.
100%.
Sure,
100%.
So I actually really love this match.
Yeah,
I have so much backlash for it online. I don't understand why.
I don't know why. It was better than it went to about my expectation because they're both good in the ring. Tiffany's hella athletic, and so is Charlotte, and the match has hype to it through the stuff that was happening into the feud. So I think it fed into it pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't get the discourse. There's some discourse against. I know people are pissed that they had similar attires. If that's how you judge matches, that's probably your problem to begin with.
Yeah. Why does that matter? That has no resemblance on the match at all.
You're like, oh, they look too alike. I'm like, they have the similarities, but they're definitely different builds. Like you can tell who's who.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you great match. Charlotte and Tiffany, then that's your problem.
Exactly. But yeah, great match. Like I said, a lot of athleticism and hard hitting moments. You felt the animosity they had between the two, and they used it. They made magic out of it.
Yep. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was very hard hitting. You could tell at times they were being pretty stiff.
Yeah, you can tell it was.
Well, call me crazy. I think stiffness adds to a match. I think it makes it just feel more real.
Yeah, as long as I have no problem with that. As long as you act like adults about it. You give you all a few shots. Shot for shot, and you just leave it at that.
Yeah, I know we were talking in the group chat the one time about how stiffness is good in wrestling to a certain extent, obviously.
Yeah, don't fucking try to hurt your opponent, but
yeah.
If you know what they can handle, or if you stiff someone, just expect it back.
Yeah, like chops, slaps, lay them in.
Yeah,
but yeah, I really liked the match. So I thought up to this point it was the best match of night one.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, with the next match that changed.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to say about that women's?
I do not.
Championship match. Okay. Well, next we got Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns and CM Punk in the main event of night one.
Dude. I don't like throwing the word perfect out for matches much, and it's very few that I do. But that match, it was perfect. I could not. That was. I had high expectations for that match. I had really, really high expectations, and they went past that expectation. That shit was so fucking good.
It was fantastic.
Like
I had high expectations too, and they blew my expectations out of the water.
mm,
I was expecting a great match, but they over delivered for sure.
100%. That's definitely in my top 10 WrestleMania matches. Like that changes my list from last year, and I've been thinking about like it's definitely in my top 10 matches of all time. I'm considering putting my top 5. Like I really, really
For
enjoyed
WrestleMania matches.
no whole time matches.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
that is high praise.
it is high. I'm putting more thought into that. It's not something I'm just gonna throw in there, but it's definitely
Because
top
you're the
10.
moment.
But man, dude, that was like the near fall. It was like there was a lot of finishes. That was a great amount of finishes, breaking up, kicking out, and dude, oh man, dude, that spot with when they were teasing the Shield power bomb, that shit was good. Even they even name dropped Moxley. He's like,
Yeah.
it dropped. When Seth was talking, trying to hype him up. Roman came out, did that. Ooh, smacked the shit out of Rollins. I'm like, oh, you dick! I got excited.
And then the Powerbomb Punk by himself.
And then powerbomb Seth right after,
Uh,
which made a lot
but
more sense. That was better. I get. I would have loved to see the powerbomb to feed my the nostalgia, but like, that made a lot more sense doing it
yeah,
that way.
yeah. Just phenomenal stuff. Um, the Rollins looked amazing. Rollins looked like 2015 Rollins all over again. The way he was moving around the ring. Roman looked fantastic too. You could tell Roman's been putting in some work while he's been out.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, he got cut. I don't know if
Yeah.
you noticed, but and Punk moving at the speed of the USPS trying to deliver a package. It's typical old man Punk. No, I'm just kidding. He did his part too. He did good.
I
But
definitely think that was Punk's best performance. Between that and the Hell in a Cell match, best performance since he's come back to pro wrestling.
to WWE or wrestling in general?
Pro wrestling in general.
Hmm. I'd have to think about that one because he had some great stuff in AEW.
He did. MJ, the dog collar matches.
Yeah,
Really up
dog
there
collar
too.
match. Even the match on Dynamite with MJF was fantastic.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, he had his match at All In with Samoa Joe was great.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good matches on Collision, but nothing to write home. Yeah, I mean, I put it up there for sure. But
yeah, it was really good. And dude, we heard this fire burns, man.
ah,
I know it was just a video package, but still, it was
from one of my favorite actual bands ever, Killswitch Engage. It was great to hear them on WWE pay per view again.
Did you hear? Have you seen the videos online of people singing it in the crowd?
Mm-mm.
I'll have to send you one of those. It's really cool.
That sounds awesome. Yeah,
The whole crowd was singing it. Like, oh, that sounds awesome.
hell yeah.
But yeah, and obviously the match.
The most important part probably.
Mm-hmm.
New Paul Heyman guy.
Yep, Seth Rollins. A lot of people predicted it, which again, predictability in wrestling is not always bad.
Not bad.
But the way it was executed was, really, really good. It hits the low blow on Punk. You're like, oh, you made me do this. You made me go against my tribal chief, and did all that, and then he set Roman up to hit Seth Rollins with the chest, Shield style, and then not only did he low blow fucking Roman, he fucking scrambled his eggs a little bit.
Dude, Paul has a vendetta against Roman's nuts.
And then Seth just holds out his hand and he gets the chair. I'm like, man, that's.
And the fact that Seth didn't look at all, I feel like made him better. It's like he just knew.
Yep, it's like he knew it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, that just made it so much better.
Yeah, dude. Oh god,
it was perfect.
And then Roman's reaction afterwards just looked like depressed little puppy dog.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Just
Yeah, I'm
fantastic
interested.
stuff
There's gonna be so much more to go to that. There'll be the stuff we got to talk about a little bit later.
on Raw.
That
Yeah.
happened on Monday Night Raw. We'll cover that. But yeah, that going off that match. Perfect. That was the match of the week, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. Easily the match of the show. I mean, 5-star match for
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh, instant 5-star. That's not even one I had to sit down.
I'm trying to be pretty stingy with my match ratings, but this one, I mean, I wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, I
So
could not book a better match than that.
yeah, I don't think it was the best match of all time, but I mean, it's
Oh
up
yeah,
there.
I'm
It's,
not
it's
saying that.
definitely match of the year contenders.
Yeah,
And easily the best WWE match of the year by far. I mean,
yeah, yeah. So far, yeah. I think it's the best match. Fuck, dude, no.
I think it's the best Mania match in a long time.
I think that might be the best Mania match since WrestleMania 25 with Taker and Shawn.
26, I think. No, clearly the best since Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole at WrestleMania
yeah,
20.
obviously, but we can't compare that to great. That's pure greatness.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, it doesn't even have to be said, but yeah, man, I loved it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The back half of night one definitely propped up the front half. That's for me. That's for sure.
And I feel like night two almost did the opposite.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, night two started off so hot, and then it just complete flip flop of night one. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to night two?
Yeah, we can move on to night two.
Well, night two started off so hot.
Another triple threat.
With another triple threat. The best match of the night, in my opinion, for night two. Io Sky retained her title against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, dude, that again, another match I had high expectations for, and it went past it. Like, in my opinion, that is the greatest women's wrestling match, WrestleMania match ever. And I give high praise to Bianca and Sasha. I give them their praise.
Charlotte and Rhea was amazing 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, those are the only that come to mind.
Yeah, I gotta sit on it a little bit longer, but as I right now think, I'm like that match was phenomenal. That was again another great several close call finishes. I mean, the three of them, that's arguably,
I mean, they're the three best women's wrestlers in the company.
Yeah, I was gonna say top 5 in all of wrestling, possibly.
Yeah.
If all three of them make top 5, you can argue that, whatever. But they're definitely in the argument for top 5 of women wrestlers.
Eva's the best of the three, to be honest.
I'd agree. I'd probably agree. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
But something about the Joshi wrestling, something about the Japanese women's wrestlers, they just are on another level.
Yeah, and Eel's really good.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I absolutely love the match. The spots were great. The false finishes were wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And it was a great ending, dude. I love the ending of Bianca hitting the Bianca hit the KO, Bianca hit the KO
Rhea, and then the moonsault.
Bro, that fucking reverse Alabama slam that Rhea did to Io that got her in that position, that shit was sick, dude.
Yeah, under the ring post.
Yeah,
that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that had to take a lot of power from Ripley. I'm like, especially after going a long match like that, and you got to pull up, and also, you're still trying to keep your balance because you're sitting on the top rope.
Yeah.
That shit was hella impressive, bro.
But I mean, it set up the ending perfectly too. So that was awesome. It was a real creative way to get to the finish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It gave me vibes of the Jeff Hardy ending when he won the WWE title.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of, that's good. That's a good spot right there.
Nice little callback. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I loved it, man. This really a great way to start the show. Great way.
Wonderful way to start the show.
Two triple threat matches, amazing back to back.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I would not have been upset if this was the main event for one of the nights.
I think it.
But
I think they deserve the main event, but.
All right. Anything else?
No, I don't got anything else for that.
All right. Next, we got the Sin City Street Fight, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Drew got his big win finally after
Good.
however long of getting losses, of losing.
Yeah. But yeah, that was another good one. A great way to have weapons and extreme match involved at Mania. I think they did it perfectly. That was match. I didn't have low expectations, but another match that went better than I expected. A lot of cool spots, weapons, and hard hitting.
Mm.
Ooh.
Dude, same.
Sorry.
It's been a day.
I think the spot of Damien going for what is it called? The old school spot.
Yeah.
And Drew pushes him off into the table. I thought that was a beautiful spot, and then just setting him up, head in the corner, pinned against a chair for the Claymore. I'm like, that's a pretty shot right there. That was really good. That was a great way to
That was
end the match.
nice. That was nice. I thought it was good. Seen much better street fights.
Oh yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. Not a whole lot else.
Yeah.
I'm glad Drew won a big match.
Oh yeah, Drew deserved it. Drew needed that win.
Yeah.
He really needed that win.
Yeah. So I hope this is the start of some sort of huge push for him.
Hopefully, because he deserves one.
Yeah.
He deserves another world title run. I know he just had one last year, but fucking 5 minutes doesn't count for nothing.
No, yeah. I mean, it counts as a title win, but
yeah,
I would love to see a Drew reign. A nice long reign.
He deserves a reign with the crowd.
Yep. Yeah, right.
That man carried the pandemic.
He did. A lot of people say Roman carried the pandemic era, but for me, personally, it was Drew.
Sure.
I was so much more invested in what Drew was doing with the WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. If we got nothing else to say, we can move on to the next match.
Yep.
Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio wins the IC title.
Dude, the crowd flipped on Dom.
Just like his poppy.
Yep, just like Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, the crowd flipped for Dom. Like they loved it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dom's getting face reactions now.
Which is, I think, people love to boo Dom more for the fun, but I think everyone realizes that I don't think anyone has improved as much as Dom in the past 5 years. No one could compare to that because, when he first started, it's obvious he got his start. He got in fast because he was Rey Mysterio's son.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But he 100% has put in the work.
He's gotten so much better in the past. God, I can't believe it's been 5 years already. That's actually crazy. But I remember little old babyface Dom when he had his first match at like SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah.
And now he's out here winning Intercontinental Championships at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's really good for him. But yeah, the match itself, amazing.
It was real good.
Yeah, what I expected to be. I felt like nobody looked bad in that match. The only part that kind of annoyed me was Carlito getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they just wanted to do that stuff with Braun, but I feel like he could have done that with someone else. Carlito kind of annoyed me. I'm like, oh, this match is so good. Don't need any outside interference. But you got that cool spot of Braun going from table to table to Carlito.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was funny. It was nice little callback to the spear around the world from. Oh my god, dude, that spear I still see videos of that spear, and I'm like, how the fuck?
Braun's a freak of nature.
He's absolutely incredible. He's insane. I know the group chat was talking about it, but potential one of the best of all time. Potential to be one of the best of all time. He's 100%. That good.
Yeah.
So, and we'll talk a little bit later.
Yeah.
A little more about Braun in a bit.
But yeah, a lot of great spots in that match. Penta looked really good. It was Penta's first WrestleMania match. I think it's cool that they Dom pinned Finn for it. I think that played well. I know Finn.
I thought for sure Finn was going to win after the coup de grace.
Same. And like we said before, there was no wrong winner for that match. Everyone made sense to win.
Yeah.
And I do definitely think Finn does deserve a singles title run, a good one, but SummerSlam. I think give Dom a few months reign, SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and Finn face.
I'm debating picking Dom up in fantasy. Whenever we have to tag out or whatever, he's an option. So
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I mean, I'm gonna figure something out.
no, it's coming up. So
Yeah,
I just gotta keep my lead.
I think you're good.
Hopefully. All right. Anything else on the Intercontinental title match?
No, I don't got nothing else.
And unfortunately, here's where the downfall started to happen for me in night 2. Randy Orton, open challenge.
I loved it. I loved that.
I figured, yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Joe Hendry guy, and I think
Yeah.
during the situation that they were in, I think that was a good move because Joe Hendry's hell. I mean, bro, the TNA guy had 61,000 people singing his song.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I
Yeah.
do wish if they were planning to use Joe Hendry to have a match with Styles instead, and have how crazy it would have been if the TNA title change hands at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I don't think they would have ever done that though.
At least defended
I
it.
don't think the WWE would put the TNA title on one of their guys.
I think they would. I think
I don't see it. I mean, the match itself just
oh,
it kind of just I don't know. It put a bad taste in my mouth of like this is what they think of TNA world champions out here getting virtually
oh
squashed.
come on, AEW did the same shit, bro.
You absolutely did not.
AEW cleared house with TNA.
I don't know, man. I mean, Kenny Omega dropped the TNA title to Christian, and then Christian dropped it to whoever. Was it Josh Alexander or Rich Swann? I don't remember. But I mean, Kenny wasn't out here squashing dudes on AEW pay-per-views. I'm just saying. Just saying. This would be like if AEW brought the New Japan World Champion, the IWGP Championship, onto All In, and this would be like if Edge or somebody 50-year-old, little past their prime, had squashed the New Japan World Champion, IWGP Champion.
I wouldn't consider it a squash match, though. It just wasn't an action-packed match. It was like just
like
Randy do his
3
moves.
minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
There was virtually no offense.
wow.
One finisher and that dude's done. I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird to me.
It was fun to me. And Randy doing the spin afterwards, it was fucking hilarious.
Okay, here it was great for Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a bad look for TNA, and they might not agree, and that's fine. If they thought it was fine, like fine. But just from a fan perspective, I just didn't think it was a good look.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. It was just one and done finishes, but
it was cool seeing the TNA Championship at WrestleMania. I'll agree with that.
He was not one person I was expecting.
Too. But yeah. I mean, the same thing at the Rumble. He was barely in, and then he got out, and then he got eliminated so fast. But I mean, he's WWE bound. I bet 100% when his contract's up.
As long as he keeps his momentum up, yeah.
He's made for WWE.
Yeah,
with the catchphrase and the theme song and everything like that. That's 100% WWE style right there.
100%.
So and obviously WWE will be able to pay him way more than TNA is paying him. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't say anything else about it. Anything else you got to say about it?
No.
Mr. Joe Hendry.
I believe
you said his name and he appeared.
I did not say his name. I was not expecting him at all.
I was not expecting it at all either. I was like, okay, like Miro makes sense, especially with the reports coming out like just before Mania that he had resigned and was expected back imminently. But yeah, it was a pretty cool surprise. Let's see. All right, Logan Paul beat AJ Styles.
One
What do you
second.
want about it?
The match was not as good. It was good, but not as good as I was expecting. I like Logan. Obviously I'm a huge AJ fan, but I don't know. It didn't hit what I was expecting. It was good, but nothing crazy spot wise. I didn't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was fine at best.
I don't like that Logan won though.
Bad call, I think.
I,
But you know what?
unless they're playing something into his carrying Cross and Styles, because Cross is the king of planting seeds and stuff. But
You know what? I love this outcome. Let me get AJ versus Will Ospreay one more time. Come on.
I don't think
Come on,
AJ's
AJ.
going anywhere.
AJ, please. AJ versus Kenny Omega, AJ versus Swerve, AJ versus
Yeah,
Will Ospreay.
I don't see AJ going anywhere.
A man can dream. A man can
Yeah, I would
dream.
love to see those matches, and I wouldn't mind if he finished his career in AEW. I think there'd be a lot of good final matches. Go do a year or whatever, then and come back for a Legends contract. It'd be
So we can
hilarious.
be in your video game.
Yep.
Oh my god. Um, I mean, they're not going to give him a world title in WWE. I don't
I don't think they
think
will in
he's
AEW.
pretty much no, but I think just from a match perspective, I think that there's way more opportunity for him in AEW to finish his career on a high quality note.
Mm-hmm.
That's just from a fan perspective. He might feel differently, and that's fine. Like obviously, I just want what he wants to do, whatever AJ wants, what's best for AJ. But just from what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to sit here and say like my opinion is the only thing that matters, and it's not because we're just fans.
Yeah.
Like some other fucking weirdos. But all right. Anything else to say on that?
No.
All right. Next, we had the women's tag title match. Heartbroken Bailey got taken out.
Yeah, I think Bailey
Just for
got done
Becky.
dirty. I
She
think
got done so dirty.
dirty. I'm
Got
not
done so
hoping.
dirty.
Triple H, said in the post conference, "Don't worry, she's gonna be taken care of." I'm hopeful that means some type of push or something, but it's still WrestleMania, and that to happen. I was not a fan, especially since it was last. She was putting the whole match was last man. Like, what was the point of doing this? Why not just say Lyra has a mystery partner? I think there was definitely better ways of doing Becky's return, especially because they only had the title for one day. But Becky turning heel, I think, is good.
No.
Becky's a way better heel than face.
No.
Really?
So I liked Becky Lynch up until she returned was that SummerSlam that one year? Was
Yeah,
that
against Bianca.
2021 or 2022?
One.
2021, yeah. I hated it, dude. Like I was stoked that Becky was back, but then her heel run after that was just cringe AF to me.
Yeah, I like Becky. I like Becky's rebellious heel, like the man when she first became the man against Charlotte, 2019 heel.
Yeah.
That kind of heel.
That's okay, yeah. What she did after though, what she did like after she returned,
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. I guess I'll give it a chance, but
Well, I think she's about to be a part of a faction.
my hopes aren't high. Yeah. I'm not a fan of real life like couples being on screen pair like couples. I don't know.
I don't mind it as long as it's not forced down your throat that they're a couple.
Yeah, that's fair. Romance in wrestling that's not something I'm interested in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, not your thing, which is fair. That's really understandable.
I give it a chance.
Maybe we'll see if that even happens.
Yeah. Because maybe it'll be great.
Yeah. But yeah, the match itself, I got nothing for it. It was obviously just a match to set up Becky's return.
Yeah, and heel turn. Considering they dropped the titles and then won the titles and then dropped them the next night.
Yeah, it was just a big,
cluster.
Yeah, just a big setup. It was a big setup.
So unnecessary. The whole thing. The whole Bailey's gone, Bailey's out, and now who's gonna return or who's gonna show up? And then they won the titles. Great, Lyra's a 2-time champ or like a double champion, and then the next night it's like it was all for nothing.
Yeah, I think they could have done something better.
They're just it's like they're using the women's tag championships to set up single
yeah.
single
Sure.
storylines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get rid of those titles.
Yeah, they're so useless. They're so pointless.
Yeah.
There's no division there at all. And people keep clamoring that AEW should bring women's tag titles, and I 100% disagree.
They need
If
to get rid
anything,
of his head. Get
if
rid of the
anything,
trios.
yeah, get rid of the trios. Add maybe like a women's intercontinental championship or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But do not add women's tag titles because you're seeing firsthand how meaningless they are.
These companies can barely book a men's division tag team.
Hey, now.
I said these companies, both of them are really aren't that good consistent wise. They have good tag teams, but one who shine out, but others.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, the tag team wrestling that we knew and loved in 2021, 2022 is not that anymore. And it hurts my heart because I freaking love tag team wrestling. That's actually was going to be my something to do with my hot take. So if we still do that, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But all right, and nothing else to say about that match.
No.
All right. Well, now we got the main event of night one. See, I want to talk. I just want to keep talking about that triple threat. Main event of night two. Cody Rhodes loses to 17-time John Cena.
Yeah. Very underwhelming match. Yeah, I was not the biggest fan of this match at all. You know, I don't have high expectations because Cena's 47, 8, something like that. He just took his birthday today. But it didn't hit for me. It was just, Cena mostly dominated that match. One thing that annoyed me is every time Cody did a Cody cutter, Cena went to his knees, and I know damn well that motherfucker knows how to sell a cutter. He's only been doing it his whole career.
Nah, man, he can't take it anymore.
He said that he been right. He did it perfectly. I'm like, oh, he only sells for Randy.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't respect Cody.
Yeah, it wasn't it for me, man. It didn't.
It did not hit.
I did not like the end. I like the ending of John Cena low blowing, hitting with the title and winning. I like that. I don't like Travis Scott being involved. I generally don't think Travis Scott knows what the fuck he's doing when it comes to wrestling.
That was awful. Like
no Rock.
The match, it was like blah.
Yeah,
whatever.
It was
mid, but I mean, there was still a little hope that maybe like The Rock would show up and it would be saved a little bit. And the Travis Scott thing just ruined it all for me.
Yeah.
He has no place at all.
I generally don't think he knows what the fuck he's doing. I don't think he understands what he's doing.
No.
I think it was a bad call that the referee that got pulled out the ring did the final count. It should have been a different referee because it should have been a disqualification. You want to say, hey, the referee got knocked out, but then, okay, next ref comes out. That's. And I'm a little salty at Cody for being the bigger man and not actually knocking the shit out of Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I know he did the crossroads, whatever, but that's protected. I wanted to see dude get fucking punched in the face legit. Like, dude should have had a receipt coming to him.
Yeah.
I don't like Travis Scott to begin with. I think he's a terrible person. From all that counter stuff from a few years back. I don't even know.
I don't. I mean, I know Travis. I don't know what you're talking about, though.
So a year or two ago, it was a concert, and people were being chaotic, and like there was like scenes like an ambulance came through and everything, and like someone was like needed medical help, and he didn't tell people to move around. He just kept on performing as someone was like seriously injured in his concert.
Damn.
Yeah, and I don't like his music. I don't like
him in general.
Yeah, I don't. There's very, very few rap songs. I'm like, all right, this is good. Yeah, rap is not my style.
Joe Cole is pretty much the only like rapper I listen to.
John Cena is my favorite rapper.
Oh yeah. I used to have John Cena's CD when I was a kid.
Hell yeah, the Word Life one.
Yeah, Word Life. It was amazing.
Bro, John Cena's theme song in my everyday playlist.
But anyways, back to the match. Yeah, just
wasn't a fan.
What an underwhelming finish to WrestleMania.
It was. I think the main event should have been switched.
Yeah,
Or the women should have main evented, but I think night 2 needed that strong main event though.
yeah, yeah. Going out on that note just was unfortunate.
I
It
think
was very
the women's triple threat should have main evented night 2, and then the men's triple threat women's triple threat night 1, the men's triple threat night 2.
yeah.
Was how the men's ended. I think that'd been a great end to Mania. Yeah.
But I mean, at the time, it was like, okay, Cena Cody is like the biggest match.
Yeah, it makes sense.
makes
It made sense from our views, but when you have people who are booking and knows what's going to happen, you should have seen what was.
Right. Yeah. And my worst gripe about the whole Sell Your Soul storyline came true. I mean, no Rock. It makes no sense. It literally just makes no sense.
Yeah.
I just can't get behind it. I'm sorry, but Cena's not hitting for me as a heel.
I don't mind him as a heel. I think he's doing all right. He's not doing as good as I was hoping he was, but I do think he's doing all right. But this whole Rock thing, something's got to play into it.
Did you see what
I feel like yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's just for I don't trust
weird.
people who speak on that stuff because they say, oh, here, Becky said 2 weeks ago or a week ago that she was never wrestling again, that she was done. People use their media sources to their to their advantage because they know how to dirt sheet eat shit up like that.
Something's not clicking.
Yeah.
I mean, The Rock literally said like there was no plan for him. He wanted Cody and Cena to get the spotlight, which happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you have to go on the Pat McAfee show and say that? Do you know how much controversy that's going to stir up? Like, what's the point?
Just get people talking. I don't think it's a good move, but
no, I think it's stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
It totally ruins like it. What was the purpose of the thing in the first place? Mm-hmm. Rock wanted to, or the whole like ticket sales thing with Elimination Chamber, even though they had sold 25,000+ already before the Rock was.
That's why I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Everything he said.
I think it was a horrible move. That whole thing on Pat McAfee show, but you know what? I'm not even gonna. Mm-hmm. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah. Overall, what do you give WrestleMania out of 10? Both nights. For me, I get what I do. I think
out of 10, I'd say probably like a 7.5, maybe 7.5.
I said 8.5 as well.
Yeah. It was very top heavy for me. There was a lot of mid. Like half of the show didn't feel like WrestleMania at all. But night 1 main event, obviously, and then the 2 women's world title matches propped it up heavy. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of the other matches were good and I enjoyed, but there was a lot of mid stuff. And then not having the Street Profits defend, not having the neither of the women's mid card titles defended. You had your women's Intercontinental Champion in a tag team match.
Yeah,
like I don't.
In fact, they had to down the TLC triple threat for the tag titles and not do that Mania. Like, what? Come on. Yeah,
that's a WrestleMania worthy match.
Yeah,
like it's WrestleMania, dude. It's the biggest wrestling show in history. I
agree. That match definitely should have been there.
I'll say a 7 out of 10.
I give it 8.5.
So.
All right. Shall we go to some weekly talk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Raw after Mania. Rusev came back.
Well,
Yeah. Rusev came back, attacked Otis and Akira Tozawa. Good to see him back. I'm not the biggest Rusev guy. I love Rusev Day just for the fun of it, but I don't think Rusev is as good as some people make him out to be.
I never really cared for Rusev back before, either in NXT or on the main roster. Didn't really care for Miro in AEW. I don't know. I just find him boring. Mm-hmm. Like I don't get excited watching him.
Yeah,
but I mean, he got a great pop.
Yeah, he did. What else happened? Yes. Cena came out, cut his promo, and Randy with an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the year 2025, we got a heel John Cena versus face Randy Orton, where Randy Orton is more swole and stronger than John Cena. The complete opposite of what we grew up knowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely wild. If you would have told us 15 years ago, like, hey, this is going to happen in 15 years. Yeah, okay, you're crazy.
Yeah, I would never,
It did.
never would have put money on that from what we grew up with. Randy was always a piece of shit.
In kayfabe.
Yeah.
Well,
Kayfabe.
maybe in real life too.
At that time, yeah, I heard Randy was not a good guy.
Randy seems like such a chill, cool guy now, though.
Yeah, now he's.
Like, I would love to just chill with that dude. But
You'll always be telling stuff like, yeah, when I'm home on free time, if I'm relaxing, I'm just playing video games. It's on Fortnite or
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring's his big thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just give the wife the credit card.
Did not take Randy for a Elden Ring kind of fan.
No, dude, I had nothing.
I didn't take Randy for a Souls game type of
Imagine you
guy.
just playing online, you get your ass smoked by Randy Orton. But yeah, obviously the big thing of Monday Night Raw of
the ending,
ending was a massive ending. Braun Breaker has aligned himself with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, which is huge.
Absolutely perfect pairing. Like this is like a dream type of faction. Rollins is amazing, obviously. Braun Breaker's we talked about it a little bit ago, but potentially going to be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I know people are already comparing it to Evolution. I'm like, let's not compare everything to something right away.
Not everything needs to be compared to something from 20 years ago.
I know everyone's saying, like, oh, who's going to be the next person? I'm like, let's just enjoy what we got. Right? It's a good duo right now. If they add someone else, whether it's Becky or another whatever. Right now, whatever we got right now is perfect. Seth and Braun as a duo with Heyman, dude, that's going to be so good.
You got Seth. I mean, both could be main eventers, but the other one could win IC title, whatever. The other world title. Oh, 2 world champions, that'd be insane.
Yeah. But yeah. I think what needs to happen though is I think Seth needs to go away from his goofy attires. When I see off of the past two events, I see Architect Seth Rollins forming right now. Like he's forming, he's planning. So I think this clothes stuff needs to go away, and I think his theme song needs to change.
Take it back to the original theme song.
Yeah, the Second Coming theme song. Yeah, bring that back. Unfortunately, probably not. Probably just get something with fucking Def Rebel where they just say his name with a fucking bunch of random beats.
I don't know. I'm speaking into existence.
I hope they bring back Second Coming. And I like what he has now. I think it's fun, but if he's gonna be a heel, you can't have a song that sings along with the crowd. That don't work.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm all for it. That I think Breaker getting paired with Rollins and Heyman immediately becomes my favorite thing going in WWE right now.
Yeah,
and obviously I don't watch weekly, but like that's something that I'm actively going to tune in to see every week. So I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm very excited to see where it goes.
If you could add one person, who would it be? I'm just curious.
Austin Theory comes to my mind because I think Austin Theory needs a babyface run right now. Nathan Frazier.
Really? Interesting.
But that would fuck up Fraxium though.
I don't think Fraxium is going to be a thing long term, but I mean they could maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Nathan Frazier.
What do you think about Dom?
Dom would be cool.
I had that thought, and I feel like that would be a perfect pairing, putting him with Heyman and then 2 absolute beasts.
That would work.
I think that would be sweet.
Dom and Seth has history. They can turn something in the Dom scene, what division that Seth Rollins had back in 2020, 2021 against Ray. That could work. Yeah, that could work easily.
And then there's obviously like people speculating Becky, but
yeah, depending how done, that could be really well.
Yeah, we'll see. But
yeah, Anything else you want to touch up on?
Not really. That was about it. Not WWE related, anyways.
Yeah, what do you want? AWI or other stuff?
I don't know. There's not a whole lot going on in AEW right now.
Yeah,
Really.
we were just talking a week ago, so not much of that. It's been 2 shows, Collision, whatever, Dynamite.
Hater versus Statlander tonight
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be great. So, I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot else. Building towards the Owen Hart Cup finals at Double or Nothing in a month, and that's still a month away.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about Double or Nothing the closer it gets. But
yeah,
I mean, we can touch on. I don't know if you were able to watch any of the indie shows over the weekend.
I
Late last
unfortunately was
week.
not. I watched clips of stuff, but unfortunately, I was a lot busy than I expected with work.
Oh, dude, same. Yeah, I wasn't really able to watch much at all. I was out of town Friday through Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
through Sunday night, so I missed like a bulk of. I had to watch WrestleMania late, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to miss the bulk of the indie shows. I'm gonna try and catch up on this week and next. But obviously, we're going to SCX this weekend, so
Yeah, that's gonna be the big thing. Yeah.
yeah. It's been a busy couple of weeks, so just a bad time to be super busy.
Yeah.
If I wasn't out of town, I would have watched so much wrestling.
Yeah,
But
if I didn't have got to work late every day, have something planned, I would have watched a lot more. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
From what I've seen, some really good turnouts at shows, whether it be GCW, Total Joshi Pro, DDT, Defy. I heard had a really good show, so that's definitely what I'm going to check out. Just when I'm able to get the time, when I'm not fucking out of town.
Yeah. From everything I've seen, it was a really good wrestling weekend overall.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff there. If anybody else, Trailer Plus $7.99, and I think you get a free trial. It's perfect. Just go watching as much of this past week's wrestling as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my plan. So
yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
As you touch off, we're gonna be at SCX. If somehow there's people out there that actually pay attention enough to us, you're gonna see us stand out.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, if you see us, say hi or something. Or we're gonna be interviewing random people. We're gonna have a lot of videos come out of just not necessarily interviewing wrestlers because that's a lot harder than you would think at conventions like that. But we're just going up to random. I plan to go up to random people and just asking their opinions on stuff. Gonna do some giveaways.
Yeah. I have toy titles around somewhere.
Yeah,
giveaway for kids or something.
Somewhere, yeah. There's one person I'm gonna try to get that has a repetitive name, but I'm not gonna say anything yet, just because I don't want to say it and they're not capitalized.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. We talked about that. Yeah, it's gonna be fun though, and then meeting wrestlers.
Meeting wrestlers, watching wrestling. It was a lot of fun last year.
It was a ton of fun. So I'm looking forward to it, especially getting some of my figures signed.
You see that OC canceled?
I saw,
I
saw that because it was surgery or something, right?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then Mariah May,
Mariah May replaced him though.
Bro, for a second show, was that much last year? I wonder how much it is now.
Yeah, absolutely not, dude. Not gonna happen. Sorry, Mariah.
Yeah. Well, it was like over $100 at that time to sign the chair, right?
Yeah, an upcharge. Yeah. Just to sign a chair. It's crazy.
That was before she was relevant.
This was from Sports Circle last year. Hell yeah. But
yeah,
looking forward to that.
I can't do. I'm so excited. We got to talk transportation wise, but we can do that after.
Yeah. So I probably won't even be leaving my house until Friday morning.
Okay.
So, we can talk about that after.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you wanted to say, or anything else you wanted to do on the podcast for this week?
We can save hot takes for that time. Just so I can have the one quick thing about it. Can we just do guest wrestle really quick, 2 minutes?
I guess.
From a short thing, it's nice to have something that only takes less than 5 minutes to edit a day on my busy days.
I suck at it. All right. Do you want to guess first? I got mine up already, so.
Yeah, I got my stuff ready too. Whatever. I'll guess first.
All right. Timer. Ready?
Yep. Are they still active? Oh. Are they still active?
Yes.
Is it a he?
Yes.
Were they on WrestleMania?
No.
Are they in AEW?
Yes.
Were they ever in WWE?
No.
Did they have a title in AEW?
Yes.
Were they a former world champion?
Nope.
Former TNT champion?
Nope.
International champion?
Nope.
Tag team champion?
Nope.
Continental champion?
Yep.
Is it Okada?
It's not.
Eddie Kingston?
Yep. It is Eddie Kingston. It's Eddie Kingston.
All right. Let's say I'm running out of titles here.
You went the one I didn't want you to take. It was just listing all the champions.
Okay, I'll add that to your list.
Your favorite Eddie Kingston. Can't wait for his return. The Mad King. King of the Bums.
Oh,
I can't believe I fucked that up last year at SCX when that guy asked. King of the what? I don't know. King of the Mad.
Also, I have to mention, we did have that bet, but we ended up tying, so we'll just move the bet to the next show that we do for.
When is Backlash?
It's like 2 weeks.
Damn, it's that quick?
Yeah, it's May.
No.
That's Mother's Day weekend.
Shit.
It's like 2 weeks, yeah. All right.
Fuck, I'll be out of town for that too. God. Whatever. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
I've lost it.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
You see that?
Yep. Is it a male?
No.
Is it a female?
Yes.
Are they in WWE?
No.
Are they in AEW?
Yes.
Is it Mercedes Moné?
No.
Were they in WWE?
No.
Have they won a championship in AEW?
Yes.
Women's World Champion?
Yes.
Mariah May?
No.
Britt Baker?
No.
Thunder Rosa?
No.
Hikaru Shida?
No.
Saraya? No, she was in WWE. Are they currently in AEW?
Yes.
World Champion? Not in WWE. You said?
Nope.
Never been in WWE.
Never.
Women's World. Jamie Hayter?
No.
Really? World Champion? I don't even know what to ask.
10 seconds.
Are they the Owen Hart Women's Cup?
No.
Have they wrestled in New Japan?
Not only. They might have done matches. They might have done matches, but not what they're known for.
You
got one guess.
One guess. I don't like that. So can I just rattle off who I've already guessed?
Yeah.
I don't like repeat.
Yeah.
So I've already guessed Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, Saraya, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa. Who else has won the Women's World Champion?
This might be before the time you're watching it. It's definitely before you started watching AEW.
Before I start, Nyla Rose?
There you go. Yeah.
Wow, it feels good to finally be back on top. How many weeks have I lost in a row?
Oh, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
Nyla Rose was champion. That was it was Hikaru Shida first, and then Nyla Rose, right?
Yeah.
And then Britt.
I think so.
I don't remember the exact order, but
yeah, there you go, back on top,
dude. Yeah.
All right.
It only took me 60 plus seconds.
But you got it.
That's the important thing. Yeah, that's the important part.
All right. Anything else? Want to say? I had a much shorter episode, but it's only about 20 minutes shorter than we expected.
Catch us at Squared Circle this weekend. Other than that, not really. Dynamite tonight. So
gonna go watch that.
I have a lot to do around the house, so I might just throw it on and not pay that much attention.
All right.
Grandparents are coming tomorrow, so
Fake fan. All right.
yeah, yeah, fake fan. Yeah, I hate wrestling. But yeah,
All
I
right.
got nothing else.
So I think it's time we bid you adieu.
Goodbye. Mwah.
Ah.
And good night.
All right.
Bang.
Bang.